Oh, it's never going to come out again, is it?
Nope.
Oh, there's an X. That's not the right one. Hold on. Where are the graphics
at? That was
a
one-time thing.
Where are these graphics at? That's not it. How about this
one?
That
was a one-time
Is that
thing.
it?
It's
there
never
we
happening
go.
again.
Nope, it's over. It's over. And Bradley's actually in the chat. Bradley's never in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
You were holding up your Rhino figure, and I found the one that was within my reach.
I know.
I don't know if you saw this one. You know this one, right?
I don't know that.
Have you seen Project Hail Mary yet?
Sorg, what the fuck were we just talking about? I haven't seen shit.
Oh, the fact that you have not seen a movie in a while. Yes.
I haven't seen Scream 7 yet, and that's something I
I haven't seen like Scream 5, so
yeah, but that's your fault.
5. I tried watching 5, and I'm just like, I'm not up to see people's like getting stabbed and stuff. It just was not my jam right now. So apparently, I'm the only one.
If it helps, I'm reasonably confident they don't actually get stabbed in the movie.
No, but still, sometimes you're just like, I don't feel like seeing this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, a lot of throat slitting happening now. I don't need that in my life at this moment. You know?
I guess that's fair.
I'd rather go watch an Avengers
You want Lego
movie.
update?
What's that? Lego update while we're waiting? Yeah, sure. What do we got going on?
A DeLorean.
Nice. I still need to build my Game Boy from Christmas.
Yeah. But the DeLorean's got the like if you pop it off, it's got the little flux capacitor in there, which makes time travel possible.
Nice. We were making Back to the Future references on the SAE podcast with Oshkosh today.
Excellent. Every time, so I had to do nuclear chemistry with my students. Every time plutonium came up as an example, I'm sure, oh, sure, future boy, I'm sure you can go to any 7-Eleven and get plutonium. And they nothing.
Oh, you gotta be like the one lady that is showing her students Star Wars for the first time.
I would like to be. I would like to be.
Can you have a movie day? Can you select to have a movie day?
I think I kind of blew my opportunity for movie day. We only have 2 days left of official class.
I mean, yeah, now, but I mean, like next year, now that you're kind of more settled in, you know.
It depends. It depends on.
Oh wait, aren't you? Oh, that's right. You're getting a different class next year.
Yeah,
that's right.
Getting all different students.
But I mean, you're teaching a different level, aren't you? You say you're doing AP.
I'm doing a bunch of different things next year.
Are you getting?
I'm doing honors. I'm doing honors chem, AP chem, and intro to engineering.
How many classes is that?
3.5.
3.5. And what'd you do the first year?
3.
Okay. Oh wait, so they added a half.
But I have to essentially develop 2 new courses.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Oh, were you doing mostly like one course across 3 classrooms?
Yeah, because I was working with the other chemistry.
And now you're doing
developing the curriculum as we went.
So now you're doing 3 courses across 3.5 classrooms.
Yep.
So no mulligans. So there's a.
And Dave, I am not showing my students Blazing Saddles.
We are not doing that.
There's a litany of reasons why I wouldn't do that.
No, not even at a Catholic school.
Definitely not at a Catholic school. If I was going to show him something like that, I'd show him Dogma.
Oh, yeah, Dogma would be fun. Oh, boy. Speaking of Dogma.
You know, I can barely read the screen, let alone read the room right now.
Oh, well, we'll get in here shortly. We're in the pre-show for sure, and we're past the time that we were supposed to start. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that at the moment. We may go ahead and start the show and just have our guest drop in. I'm waiting for an update.
We can have him do a classic run-in.
Classic run-in.
Classic run-in.
On the train. We are on the train. Our wonderful transit system. So apparently is out of whack this evening. I don't know. You know, there was a thunderstorm, so there could be some delays with like a tree on the tracks or some bullshit like that. So
you definitely want to make sure your transit system is in of whack.
In of whack. You would be surprised. God, do I do this? 2 friends of ours who are in a tag team work for the transit system here in town, and I always get to hear interesting inside stories about that. So I do have an update from Dutters. Dutters is at the baseball game, and around 6:30 she did show me her wiener.
I mean, we've all seen it.
Yeah, that's right. That's a big one.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. Just massive.
Looks small. Look, makes her hands look small, and she does not have small hands.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
There you go. This will not be in the final edit, by the way. Maybe I should cut it out for Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, you should definitely get Dara's permission before, like, hey, can I show your wiener to the hundreds and hundreds of people who watch?
I want to put I showed your wiener to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Not the first time, not the last time.
Nope, not the last time. No. There's God, there's some I wish I could describe what's happening outside right now. My neighborhood is so fascinating. Like, not like Mr. Rogers, but
is it like the Eddie Murphy skit from SNL?
She just writes so big with the pulsating emphasis on big.
Yeah,
damn it.
That sounds about right.
We'll start a show here soon.
By the way, did you tell Dutters that there's a Hello Kitty party game coming out for the Switch too?
I don't know. She may be aware of it, but she was specifically. She just sent me. This is the Pirates bobblehead, and this is the reason she was at the Pirates game tonight.
That sounds about right.
It lights up, guys. It lights up.
Of course it does. And it is not a cat.
It is not a cat. It may not even be a pirate. I don't know.
It's definitely not a cat.
Have you heard the story? I saw this on our friends Mikey and Big Bob's. Paul Skeen from the Pirates apparently was FaceTiming with his fiance or whatever, and apparently pulled over. And apparently this is in the neighborhood of Bob's. Like his kids were on the softball team, so he's in the group chat. He pulled over because there was a little league practice or something going on, and he went out and played catch for like 2 hours with the little league team.
Wow. That is wonderful.
That is wonderful. So that's
a great story.
Yeah, like dude didn't just
he's gonna have so many more opportunities to have stories like that when you guys trade him to the Yankees.
Great. Is that what's gonna happen? Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah,
that's probably what's gonna happen.
I don't even know what's going on with the Pirates world, other than my friends go to a lot of games. I mean, I always see MV Young. Did you see MV Young made it to the big board on the PNC Park?
That's wonderful.
I think they were doing show me your flex or something like that, and he got on there. Because of course that tracks definitely. So, I think he does all of his big business down there at PNC Park. That's where all the sponsorships I think are coming from. I think he's whining and dining, or however you do that.
Stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Stealing, wheeling, dealing. So kind of thing. So, hi, we're vamping right now. If you're just joining us, we were not in the show yet.
Sorg, do you want to know my most recent proudest moment as a parent?
What's that?
So I was at the park with my little guy, and whenever it's time for us to go, I set a timer on my phone. Mm-hmm. And he knows when timer goes off, it plays Sasha Banks' theme song. And I tell him it's boss timer because we have to go home to see Mama. So he knows it's boss timer. He loves the song. He dances to it. It's great. So I told him, I'm like, all right, bud. He's on the swing. I'm like, all right, bud. I'm gonna set the timer. We have 10 minutes of playtime yet. And he goes, no, Dada, 3 minutes of playtime. And I'm like, you're absolutely right, buddy. We got 3 minutes of playtime. My son corrected me with a Macho Man quote from a Spider-Man movie. I've never been more proud in my life. I've never been more proud, more thrilled.
Good stuff.
It was wonderful.
All right. Oh, good. We did that. No, there's that. Hold on. I was. I'm trying to figure out if. Nope. That's weird. No, that got weird. Okay, we're doing that.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Nothing. I was transcribing the last show, and apparently, that did not complete. So that will be something I'm doing later. Apparently. Sorry, I'm dealing with some stuff here. So.
Okay. I'm showing off Mini Frank Castle.
Tina says there's Oh, there you go. There you go. Put that up again.
Yeah, mini Frank Castle.
Mini Frank. I saw what is the kids Avengers like whatever show, like the superhero show, like where they're all chibi and stuff.
Hero Squad.
Hero Squad, I think it is.
I mean, there's also Iron Man Adventures now.
I think it's the Hero Squad, because they're all packed into Frank's van, and kitty version of Punisher is hilarious.
Yeah. That sounds about right. It's like the Kids Bob version of Punisher.
Yeah, basically, I think so. And Wolverine's on the team for no particular reason, So,
well, Wolverine's for the kids.
Wolverine's for the kids, of course. So's Deadpool. No. I mean, Deadpool's at Disney, so
Deadpool is a Disney princess. Let's not get it twisted.
Definitely a Disney princess. So, I still need to find that Marvel parody Broadway show. I think it's Broadway.
I've seen clips of it.
Chris LeRusso is in
Marvel-esque or something like that.
Chris is on the chat over on Instagram. Said, "I'm coming." So, so we have.
That's what they said.
That's what they said.
Yeah. See, I try and update now for 2026.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what they said.
Speaking of, our friends Eamon and Merlin were on Fishing Without Bait. First episode dropped this morning, and next episode is already scheduled for next week. So, so that's a good one about their transplant here into Texas. So, Wolverine is for the children, just like Wu-Tang. Same thing.
Except Wu-Tang will teach you how to diversify your bonds.
Bradley says this is the best Chris LeRusso interview he's ever seen.
I mean, that's probably fair. But you know what? It's Bradley, so you gotta know your source. See, I'm back to just bad-mouthing Bradley.
Just putting this out there. Just putting this out there so people can see that the show has not started yet. And
show has not started yet.
No. And then now people on Instagram can see it. Yes. So God, what's happening? I'm trying to debate, sir, if I'm going to get a chance to go to the Strong Museum of Play again, because I'm going up to Rochester.
Okay.
I should see what Colin Delaney's up to since I'm going up his neck of the woods. Going in for Baja this week.
Sorg, were you interviewed for for one of the newest Dark Sides of the Ring?
No, I was not. I don't know. Well, I mean, I listen. I had my experience with Rob Black after Dark Side of the Ring. I watched Dark Side of the Ring to know what I was getting into. They're
doing an episode on Zach Gowen. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I'm sure nothing is. I wonder if they interviewed Joe, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
I maybe he's not saying anything until it happens, but that would be nice for him. But they're definitely doing new interviews with real equipment and not whatever I was using in like 2014 when we did those interviews for Finding Zach Gowen. Available on IndyWrestling.network. Wink.
And as always, Dark Side of the Ring is using unlicensed footage.
Oh, hey, that's not your problem anymore, though.
No, it's not. I can still hold a grudge, though.
You can still hold a grudge?
Sure. Okay. That's a lot of my time that was just wasted.
Yeah, but that wasn't your choice.
I know.
Somebody else made that decision for you.
Doesn't that make it worse?
I don't know. Well, yeah. There's a lot of things that were not your choice with that company. That they actually interviewed Tony Khan. Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Is there not for the Zach Gowen bit? Is it?
No. I think Tony Khan's for another one.
Okay. I wonder which one that's for.
I'll bring up the.
What's the list? What's the list? I feel like we should be doing this on the show.
No one cares about Dark Side.
Not Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, probably about the TNA Wrestling and Jeff Jarrett one. Or Necro Butcher versus Samoa. Or Necro versus Samoa Joe.
And that's the thing. Like, Tony may not have been involved in a lot of these things, but he was a fan interested throughout all this. So
that's great. There are a lot of interested fans.
Yeah, but he's kind of high profile. You know what I mean? And they interview a
Yeah.
lot of people that maybe weren't actually there. So, oh wow, Zach Gowen is episode 69. And apparently the finale.
They had a real opportunity to make the Missy Hyatt episode 69.
Or Val Venus.
They had a they're not doing Val Venus.
Wait. Jeff Jarrett's TNA is a 3-part episode. Wow.
God. All right, I may have to watch that.
Yes, I need to catch up. I haven't watched. I don't think any of last season. They did Ludwig Vorga, Big Van Vader. Jeez, I don't think I watched the Beefcake Story. Wow, where are these on these days? Where can I watch these? Are they on like Hulu or something?
I think they're still on Vice or AMC or something. Vice. Still on Vice.
Just watch. Let's see where it's at.
Let's see. Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell, Tony Atlas, Too Much, No Sleeves, Billy Graham, Eddie Gilbert.
Apparently, I have to subscribe to Philo, Vice TV.
Oh, they did one of Daphne. I'd actually.
I want to watch the Daphne one. The list is on.
Oh, apparently, the Jeff Jarrett's TNA one. The first episode is a 2-hour premiere, and then the third hour is the following week.
Okay. Given a lot that first half.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're doing a whole episode on Necro versus Samoa Joe.
Oh, a lot of these. Yeah, that's interesting too. I don't know the story on that one.
I didn't think there was one, other than it was very violent.
I think a lot of these also. I think they have released a lot of them on their YouTube channel.
No, I know they have. Trust me. Well aware.
Okay.
Well
Vice TV Sports. Oh God, Adrian Adonis. Yes. That's a clip.
Guys, what was the last one I watched? I didn't watch a lot of these. That's a good thing.
Playlist. There we go. There's Dark Side Unheard. They have 6 videos on the YouTube playlist.
I think the last one I watched was on the plane ride from hell.
That I feel like it's one that I watched. Unavailable videos are hidden. 1 of 6. They have the Daphne episode up on YouTube.
Okay.
It's full. Oh, these are unlisted. Interesting. What are you doing, Vice?
I don't know what they're doing. Well, you know why they're unlisted, because they don't want people stealing their footage and using it illegally.
Okay, here's another one. Oh wait, this is all clips, maybe.
Tina says she thinks it's on Tubi as well.
Tubi? There's a lot of wrestling on there. Hey, Tina, weren't you the one that found all the Tubi wrestling? Checking.
On their website, they actually have all of them.
On their website, but I think you have to like sign in.
Yeah, I think you just need
Tubi
to
got a lot of them. There's the first.
I think you just need to borrow someone's cable.
Borrow somebody's cable. Oh, I do have a cable.
Yeah,
I do have something of a cable that I can log into. Yeah, I think I've watched most of the second season. Oh no, maybe not. Final Days of Owen. Okay, Last Ride of Road Warriors. The Assassination of Dino Bravo. I know I watched the Jimmy Snuka. Maybe Brawl for All. Obviously, I don't even know if I watched the Benoit one. That's a rough one.
Yeah, it wasn't great. That one I've watched a couple times.
Yeah.
Not by choice.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not fun to be paid to watch wrestling.
Yeah. I watched the Brawl for All. I watched the Dino Bravo one. That one was just very sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what one was just, and I should have loved it, but I had to watch it so many fucking times. The Macho Man one. because
none of them's going to be enjoyable. Let's put it this way.
Well, no, but like the actual documentary was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It was sad when he died, obviously, but like because I had to find every single different robe that man wore.
Really?
Yep. Every one that they showed, and they showed. I think my final count was like 22 different robes / gear, and you just had to find where all of them were. Just terrible.
All right, I'm going to go to break here. We should have our visitor here momentarily, and we'll be back on for the main show, guys.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't run for this, you change the plan. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 1007. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorgatron in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yes, I am off the road for one night only as we head out this week, which I will be broadcasting once again from a Michigan Airbnb 2 doors down from the one I did last month. But we're bringing some better equipment for this time because I hated how that sounded last time. But we got a special night here as we're gearing up for Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip show coming up. But first of all, coming from up there in upstate New York is our favorite chemistry teacher, Mad Mike.
How you doing, Sorg?
Welcome.
It's been a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week.
Mike, I'm curious. Are you near the Finger Lakes?
Not even remotely.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, his wine country's up there. The wine around the Finger Lakes is just unbelievable. Yeah. It's really nice wine country.
Yeah, no, I'm closer to Albany.
You're more of a garbage plate guy, so okay.
Oh, looking for that. I'm going to Rochester this weekend, so I'm going to be seeking out some garbage plate.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be exposing Katie to the garbage plate, I think, this weekend. Chris LeRusso is our wine expert for tonight.
Your sommelier for all things red blends and professional wrestling.
There you go. And for a special treat, since I had everything set up anyways, I got a special multi-camera setup for you.
Okay.
There's the Wes Anderson shot there, and then there's the sneak shot
Oh, no.
there. Yeah, there you go. That's when we feel like that's like the documentary off
the behind the scenes.
Yeah, the behind the scenes off shot there. For
when I decide to say something off the record, that's when you go to that shot.
Yeah, you're like, when it doesn't feel like we should be hearing this, we're going to go to this. This is
absolutely.
Where the whole post show will be this shot here. So if you're on audio, I have apologized for that. Also doing a run in here, the Riz is with us.
Hey Riz, what's up?
I totally blanked on this time.
Hi,
everybody.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
We're literally just starting now.
Yeah, we're literally just starting now. So
just introduce.
We were waiting for you, Riz. We were completely all waiting for you.
No, they were waiting for me. It was my first of all.
Actually, kind of rude that you kept us waiting so long. Riz.
Yeah, I would like to
just blame me.
I do apologize.
Blame me.
I do apologize to the fans and to the Wrestling Mayhem show. The trains were horrific today. So I left at 8:10 and showed up at 9:30. So 100% my fault. I apologize. Let's get rolling.
All right, let's roll with it. Let's get into some of the news. Again, we're going to talk about the big show happening this Sunday. That's going to be on IndyWrestling.live, or you can join us at the 880 warehouse, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But in the meantime, I thought we touched base on the status of the King and the Queen of the Ring tournament, which is such a mouthful. I understand it. I understand why we're doing it that way, but it just doesn't roll off the tongue the way the King of the Ring used to. There's got to be another. Can we just call it the Monarchy time or something like that? When we get to this time of year. But either way, we have the tournaments happening, and I gotta say, why I watched. I think I watched all of. Somehow I managed to watch all of Raw and SmackDown over my travels the last 2 weeks. And these first round 4-way matches have been kind of killer matches from these guys so far. I don't know if it's the foreign crowds or what, but both the ladies' matches and the men's matches have been just absolute killer.
I just wish they weren't 4-ways.
I know. We're kind of expediting things a little bit, aren't we? But still,
just a lot of it.
I feel like this is also a situation. As a elder statesman, I remember the old school one night. Bret Hart wrestling, Razor Ramon, Mr. Perfect, and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam.
In one night. And I just, as great a show, as great an individual performance as that was from Bret for the first King of the Ring pay-per-view, I'll be honest, I just don't know if modern audiences have the patience for that right now. And I understand wanting to give some of the young talent an opportunity to shine, give a lot of people, because they're lousy with talent. Whatever you want to say about WWE in 2026, they are lousy with talent. Just so many really, really, really good people that they brought up from NXT. So many people, a lot of people who, in the past when somebody was, sort of considered an elder statesman, you thought like, okay, they're going to start to mail it in, a lot of chin lock. No. I mean, all of the Seth Rollins, I guess you could call senior statesman at this point, still just banger after banger after banger after banger. Somebody also pointed out that this wasn't a King of the Ring match, but that Penta was a lot older than people kind of realize, and he's just now sort of getting his opportunity. But Penta's a 15-year, 20-year vet at this point, and so I understand with the WWE having all this incredible talent and having these incredible international crowds, they got to take advantage of it. So I think it's probably the best way to get these guys as much screen time as possible.
And I also think, like, as far as the match quality we're talking about, I think getting in front of these more lively into crowds are helping that energy.
Absolutely.
I feel like we talked a little bit about Double or Nothing from a few weeks ago in Queens. My God, please get in front of that crowd all the time.
Sure,
because they were there for everything, right? And I think made a good show great.
Absolutely.
In that case.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening, especially when we're on foreign tours. And you see that. They're going to come back. I don't know what I think you're in Oklahoma City next week. And it's going to be a different mood, right?
Sure.
Or they go to some of these kind of Midwest towns where just the crowd does not react even close. And it's such a stark difference from going to France and Italy and Spain and getting these kind of vibes and everything like that. I can't wait for them to go to Mexico.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For Raw and SmackDown, that's going to be amazing.
No, it's the first time they've done it in over 10 years, I think. And when you have that hot crowd, boy, it makes it so much easier. And I'll say it from a semi-retired, I guess, at this point. When you have a crowd that is just impress me. It really can take the wind out of your sails, and it can really, you can go there with all the energy and all the motivation and and the best match in your mind and the best effort and the best, just everything. And if they're not there, if they're not with you, boy, it's hard. I'm not saying it's impossible. I've seen people take crowds that, mausoleums and bring them to life, but you're starting, you're starting behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
So as good as these matches have been, I think they have benefited from the more lively crowds. And, like you said, when they're back in the States, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's some good markets and stuff, but, I think it's a nice thing. They do have that kind of varied kind of energy happening. There was actually a really good, kind of related to that, I saw a really good TikTok of somebody who goes to a lot of wrestling shows, sits up front, gets good tickets and everything. and kind of did at least his observation, seeing the WWE crowd versus the AEW crowd. And kind of to your point there, the people that go to the AEW crowds for the most part are there for everything. They are up for every match, interested in every match for the most part, right?
Generally, yes.
Versus the WWE fans are just kind of there to watch a show and only get excited during a holy shit moment or the entrances.
This could veer into another conversation, so please keep me moored if this starts to veer. I think a lot of that is the price.
Yeah.
I think that, we could, and this could be a completely different topic for another day, but I think that if you feel like before you went through security that you just got effed, you go in with I paid how much for this? Well, I expect to the penny, and they don't even have pennies anymore. I expect to the penny this much entertainment and this much excitement and this much joy, and if I don't get, and you better give me every red cent that I just spent. And I just don't get that vibe from AEW. I'm not saying it because AEW, they have some ticket packages that are very pricey.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they don't, have VIP packages that can be hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, but you don't have, at least within the last 18 months, I feel like that has really hurt the crowds domestically. People feel like, man, I just got punched in the gut before I even got to my seats. And, it's not to say that, we can have, there's reasonable arguments to be had about creative. There's reasonable arguments to be had about, booking decisions. These are all reasonable arguments that can be had. But if the crowd feels like they just got mugged on their way through the door, oof.
And that might be a difference with it too. When you have once a year we're going to go to France, once a year we're going to go to Italy. That's very special. Everybody expects that, and we're going to pay the price to come here. But also you do have the case. I know I watched the video for the Royal Rumble, and a guy from America went down there and is like, "Dude, I spent $150 for basically the entire trip." The ticket was $35 to go to the Rumble. And again, different countries, the threshold's different, et cetera, et cetera. So I do wonder, how does that compare? If I were to, I just watched the video of, what does it cost to go to Tokyo Disneyland versus Disneyland here, right? How does that compare? And it's much cheaper, is the spoiler on that. What is it like if I go to France and buy a ticket, go to Italy and buy a ticket? You know what I mean? With American dollars, what does that look like? I'm kind of curious what that threshold is too.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but anyways, so again, we're getting into, this is going to be at Night of Champions. They're not naming it King and Queen of the Ring tournament or King and Queen of the Ring anymore. Which that's fine because we're only going to get the final matches basically on this.
Seems like it. Yeah.
It looks like.
Yeah, we're gonna get probably a world title match.
We're gonna get our standard 5 WWE matches and a bunch of
the two finals.
Two finals, two world title matches, and a women's match probably of some kind.
Yeah. So that's pretty much been our standard this lately with a lot of these shows, which I don't hate, and especially if
I would hate it less because there was an era, and it wasn't too long ago that we were when WrestleMania was only one night, and WrestleMania started at 2:30 in the afternoon and didn't stop until midnight.
Yeah, 2 hours of pre-show and then 4 hours of show,
and then that 2 hours of pre-show had 6 matches. And the show, and they were just boom, 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 boom. People started playing. Oh my God, this is too much. This is too much for one night. This is too much for one crowd. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know people say that. AEW does the same thing now.
AEW also, however, is a little bit smarter in that I think that if they're going to give a town a big show, they generally, with the exception of New York, they'll New York and Jacksonville obviously are sort of strongholds. They feel like they can work those, but I feel like they don't just beat a market to absolute death.
They kind of did it with Chicago for a while.
And I think,
but they had Punk. So,
but that was also a situation where, at the time that worked. But I don't think that that's always the risk. And historically, that was a risk of just hot-shotting or completely killing the town when you just give them too much. But now the pendulum for the WWE is swung completely the other way, where it's now 5 matches, and I can't remember who it. Maybe it was Wrestle Talk. I think it was a UK podcast that broke down minutes of show, minutes of wrestling, minutes of entrances, promo. Minutes of wrestling adjacent activity. And then minutes of ads.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania was almost unwatchable this year.
Yeah.
So
there was. I think the pay-per-view, the AEW pay-per-view, provided more wrestling minutes than the entire 2 days of WrestleMania.
I wouldn't doubt it for a minute.
For that
I would not doubt it for a minute. And I don't. It hasn't hurt them in the pocketbook just yet. But
there's a sentiment. There's a growing sentiment, and I think that's going to catch up with them.
And I think go ahead.
I don't know if it's going to hurt them because they've already got the money from ESPN. They've already got the money from Netflix. Those deals aren't ending anytime soon.
And they're expanding into hard markets, so you wouldn't even notice if the states start pulling.
Yeah, because at this point, I don't think they care about ratings.
I'm sitting
They
here.
They don't have to worry about buy rates.
I'm sitting here wondering when the hell they're going to come back to Pittsburgh. I don't think we see anything but a holiday tour this year.
Happening.
What's that?
I don't think that's happening.
No, you don't think we're getting it?
Pittsburgh is a town that has bit WWE a couple times.
Yeah, Payback, we were hot for it.
But I mean, I still think that they have some feelings about the Royal Rumble almost over 10 years ago when they rejected
and the bragging rights Iron Man match.
Yeah, I mean,
when we counted down every 10 seconds.
They also barely have house shows anymore. So,
yeah, that's true.
It does seem like Pittsburgh has. Look, Pittsburgh is. I mean, this can maybe segue into something else. Pittsburgh is an incredible wrestling town. One of the top wrestling towns in the world. But it's also a town that will not suffer fools and will not suffer. I don't think we're as bloodthirsty as Philly. But that can now almost make it worse because at least Philly, in their bloodthirstiness, can be entertaining.
We're just assholes.
Yeah, I remember.
Obnoxious.
Yes.
New York and Philly will, end this match, end this match. You both suck. You both suck. Pittsburgh is. Boo.
We're gonna boo Rey Mysterio out of the building.
Give me Daniel Bryan right now.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think and again, I don't want to be completely I don't want to be completely negative. Again, they've got a ton of talent. They have some money matches in the chamber. They really, really, really do. And I feel like that if I'm going to be an optimist, they're trying to find the balance. They're trying to find the balance with this in the corporate era, with all of these sponsors, with all of these partnerships, with all of these different things. They're trying to find how do we get them happy, and also, keep the fans happy. Say what you will about Mania, they were down this year. Now they made more money, but the fact that there was not as many fans in the building. I think they noticed,
and I think across your WrestleCons and Kevin Nash anecdotally said even at World he said it didn't seem like there was many people there, just across the board.
When I was in Philly for 40, I mean it was the town. You couldn't get a bacon, egg, and cheese anywhere and not run into a wrestler or a fan or somebody wearing a wrestling T-shirt. The town was absolutely electric for a full week. And, I hope we haven't lost that. And if the WWE has decided that that's not the business that they're in anymore, we'll see if anyone else decides, we can be in that business. So, again, I guess time will tell. I hope that the next PLE is. I may be dating myself. I almost said pay-per-view. I think that again, great talent could have a phenomenal show. I'm curious to see what. I don't want to go on a complete tangent. I'm curious to see what the latest chapter of the Bloodline is, because there's a part of me that's like, oh man, I've seen, second verse same as the first, but then there's another part of me that's like, we've got some new players, we've got some new characters, we have an evolved, and the one thing I will say is that the one thing about that saga they've never insulted the fans' intelligence about the history. If you've paid attention, it's been internally consistent from the pandemic era.
I have one quibble with the internally consistent.
What would that be?
Roman Reigns has never apologized to his cousins.
That would be. I mean, the argument would be then that is still an element of the story. That
Yeah, I know, but like,
does it make them look? Does it make them look stupid, or does it make them look foolish?
Yeah, to make them look like idiots.
Arguably, I mean, we could quibble about this. I think Jay's success kind of, I won't say that it whitewashes it, but I think that it, it's a little bit of salve that, he went on, he became the man, he became the top guy for a while, and that, in sort of terms like that buys you a lot of rope that, you're maybe more willing to forgive after you've had that success, after you've had that, you've had that time on the top. But again, the entire saga has never made me feel like I was an idiot for paying attention. So they've built up enough goodwill that I'm willing to give them the rope to see where they go with this. And you're right, mate. If it ends up never being paid off, I think it's a huge missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
So.
We'll see how it plays out. From the chat room, I want to catch up with this, and then we want to thank our Patreons real quick. But first of all, Tina's saying you guys will get a pay-per-view before we do out here in Seattle. That's us in Pittsburgh. She's mentioning. Although Potter thinks that Seattle's got a chance of SummerSlam before we do. I don't know. I think having the NFL draft opened that up. Seeing that we had capacity for the NFL draft, or they build out whatever they did,
and the fact that we didn't burn the city down. I mean, the whole point of doing the draft is to show Pittsburgh can handle major events.
Yes.
Whether it be major wrestling events.
Yes.
Taylor Swift concerts, anything of that nature. We can handle it.
And we can quibble over the, what did it do for the businesses, the way that event was handled. But either way,
the city didn't burn to the ground.
Yeah.
And
we handled like an extra like 500,000 people or whatever it was for that, and that was fine. We can probably handle a 60,000-80,000 person event, SummerSlam or something like that, right? I mean, 2 days, allegedly going to be 2 days of a country concert that would have filled that stadium, right? We've done it with Taylor, we've done it with that kind of stuff. So hopefully that does lead to a SummerSlam or some other stadium event with WWE or something like that.
Especially with if McAfee is part of the team again, because I know that he's in contract negotiations with ESPN.
Yeah.
If he ends up, re-signing with them, getting and an event in his town, there's so many, wrestlers that have ties to Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
You could absolutely have a great event there.
Absolutely. You really could. Even bring some back that have some ties here that you've had in the past, Chad Gable apologized to 4 people in 1 week. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns has not apologized to his family.
Exactly.
So, there you go.
That's kind of where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Like Chad Gable has been more contrite about what he's done over the course of the last year than Roman Reigns has ever. And if I'm someone who's against the bloodline, or even just against Roman Reigns, I would be bringing that up every single opportunity that I could.
The one contrast is that Chad Gable was humbled.
Roman
Reigns
hasn't
never been humble. I mean, he lost to Cody, and then I can't remember another major a major defeat. It took. By the way, Cody beating him took a run in from everyone but the Polish Cavalry. So
basically, the entire Attitude Era.
But so did Gable.
Yeah.
But so did Gable. Gable had that mask versus mask match was essentially the WrestleMania 40 finish.
But again, he was bloodied, he was humbled, and then he was shamed. So
that's true. Yeah, he wasn't like there's been no you haven't lost to Ulafala or anything like that.
No, but
right?
I've always thought
that's when it would happen.
There's a moment somebody's going to break it. and that's going to be maybe a major training. I don't know. I have no idea who on the roster could get that moment, but whoever.
Maybe it's eventually like Jacob or Jay or
Jacob.
I assume it's Obafemi.
Yeah, it's Oba. Like
that's my
him
assumption,
and,
so
Bane,
Oba just
breaking
becomes
his
the
back like Bane.
king of the Samoans. This white being from what is he? Where is he? Which country is he from again?
Can I say
like he just rips it in half and says, "You rule no tribe I am a part of."
that's I mean, there's a moment there, but I honestly think that someone who's on the more heelish side, because Oba, obviously is a baby face. I don't know if that works so much as baby. And I have not loved what they've done with him the last year, but it wouldn't take long to rehab him. Braun Breaker. I've always thought that there is a major money feud, because there's sort of the line from one of the Terminator movies that we've been at war since before either of us have been born, because the Samoans and the Steiners back in the day were mortal enemies. The head shrinkers and the Steiner, or the Samoans.
A match that was just featured in the Roman Reigns Samoan lineage WWE game.
And I think that Braun and Roman, and again, who the hell am I? Who the hell would give me a pencil?
Bronson Reed did steal Roman's shoes.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
that was one of those things where I was like, am I too old to get insignificant? Like, as I'm watching that, I'm like, this does
steal
nothing.
Somebody's Nikes, man.
This does nothing
Shoes
for
are
me.
expensive.
But I am whatever.
But the reaction told you.
To the Patreon, please. We've gone too long.
There we go. We'll talk shoes. Anyways, let's give speaking of Patreon, thank you everybody that does support the show. Our friends at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Our friends at the fan show level. Bo Diggity!
Woo!
As well as Team Hammer Fist, Bubba Brewer of the Triple B podcast at the Poppy Club level. Dave Pod Partner. If you're interested in racing in the Pittsburgh area, you can use code Dave26 at gcxc.com/eventspa for discounted registrations at races. Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid, T-Pop, the True Prince of Bro, who's been doing a great
Jack Pollock week here.
That's right.
True Prince of Pro. Make sure you follow him.
He inspired me to do a mini Jack Pollock week. We're posting some of his matches.
You asked me to collab. Thanks for the collab.
Yes. Although apparently I put Chris Jericho by accident. Everybody called me out on it today.
I didn't understand. I didn't catch it in time. I got the club. I was like,
I'm sitting here doing a client podcast this afternoon, and I'm getting all these messages. I'm like, shit. So anyways, listen, it's not AI when I screw up those things. It's just me. So,
there you go. Blame the AI.
Yeah. Somebody asked me if my interns were acting up today, and I'm like, well, Anyways, Tony Kincaid, T-Pop, Pizza Club level, the Riz.
Hello.
Me.
Hi, Riz.
Wait. Hang on.
Justin Cleaver, and at the manager level.
I still have this sword.
Good Lord. It's not even Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah,
and at the manager level, Bradley.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, what a fun time.
Oh, boo.
We need to do one of those again.
And then, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's go this way. Let's go over here for a minute.
There you go. There you go. Get the.
Damn.
Oh, don't you got to go the other way?
Wait.
No,
the
other way. The other way.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
It's still see it. You still see right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
I still owe him a super kick.
Yeah.
Should make that happen. Listen, if we have Sork stock go down, we may need to do something about that. Anyways, and guys, you can support the other. If you're joining us live, if you're on Twitch, there's super follows and things like that. So there's mechanism coins as such on the over in or even if you're over on Indie Wrestling
on Twitch.
Subscribe on Twitch. IndyWrestling.us is YouTube. We do have memberships over there. Even if you want to be a ringside member to give a shekel to us every month to help us out.
I always say use the Bezos bucks.
Use the Bezos bucks. Oh yeah. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free subscription. With no cost to you to support a fine channel. So if you'd like to follow us, if you'd like to support us over on either the Sorgatron Media or the IndyWrestling.us Twitch channel, I'd probably follow the Indie Wrestling one because we do some 24/7 feeds and a lot of the shows and pre-shows. The buy-ins are often on there as well, and you'll get notifications whenever those go live. So there's an option there. So just many ways that you can support the show over here, or of course just even a good subscription over to IndyWrestling.network. would be also appreciated. Where you can watch this show live on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, typically over there, without any of the ads that may pop up in your Twitches or the YouTubes or anything like that. So that is an option for people, but it does not have the fine chat room which is populated over on our Facebook page typically, and we do try to keep an eye out as much as we can on the other platforms to see if you guys are chatting at us as well. So, and hi to Jim LaMotta hanging out on the one chat. So,
Jim, how's it going?
I think he just did an article for your show coming up, right, Chris?
He did a very generous, and he did a very generous write-up for my retirement, which lasted a grand total of maybe 9 weeks. But that's not terrible.
I'm glad you had a surprise retirement and a surprise comeback already.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to make a big deal of it, and then I don't know. Well, let's get to the Jack Pollock show.
We'll get to that. Actually, let's talk about that, and then in a moment, I want to talk a little bit about what Danhausen is up to in New York City.
Oh, good Lord.
But in the meantime, so Chris, one reason we're having you on this week's is Jack Pollock's "I Want a New Hip."
I need a new hip.
I need a new hip. Excuse me for that.
Oh, I know. Is it I want a new hip or is it I need a new hip? I should know this.
I hope I didn't write the wrong one on all those matches I just posted.
All right.
We'll find out. I'll go get the graphic.
It's I want a new hip because of the song.
It was in the pre-show.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What song is that for those unfamiliar?
I Want a New Drug. So by Huey Lewis and the News,
which is his entrance music.
Absolutely.
There you go. So tell us about this show. Tell us how this came about and what we can kind of expect from this.
So, I mean, this goes all the way back to Jack's retirement at Enjoy Wrestling a little bit over a year ago. And, I knew he was hurting. I mean, it was becoming pretty obvious. And I don't think a lot of people realize how injured he was for that final match with MV Young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he couldn't lift his one arm past his shoulder. There was all kinds of issues with his hip, all kinds of issues with his neck and shoulder, all kinds of issues with his knee. And, he gave so much to every single company that he worked for, a long career spanning pretty much every company in Pittsburgh. A guy who not only worked everywhere, but worked everywhere on top and worked hurt. A lot of the time, I don't think people kind of realize. They may have started to pick up over time when they saw, oh man, there's the knee brace, there's the hip brace, there's the shoulders wrapped. But there were times, he had serious injuries all the way back when he was when Wardlow threw him through the ring, and he was dealing with really serious injuries then. And rather than go, hey man, I gotta take a break. I gotta pull back. He just kept going and going and going and going, and just gave so much of himself and his body to pro wrestling and to pro wrestling in Pittsburgh. So when it finally became apparent that he needed the hip replacement, my first thought was, we got to do something for you. We got to, and he actually kind of fought that for a couple of months, because I think that he had sort of a I don't want to speak for him, but I think there was maybe sort of a negative connotation of the GoFundMes and people going out of their way when he fully knew what he was signing up for, and I think even Jack would say that. But then it was getting to the point where, like, man, he's looking at some serious surgeries. He's looking at some serious recovery time, and if he does not take the time off, because the risk was not just the surgery, but that if he took so much time off work, because Jack works as a barista, so he's standing all day, and you're not supposed to stand for 8-10 hours at a time right after you've had a hip replacement. You really should take the time to recover, and I think he had been told that, look, if you try and push yourself too hard, you're going to do even more damage to yourself, and the benefits of having this hip replacement which, you know, again, I don't want to speak too out of turn, but, you know, Jack was in chronic pain and just constant pain where it was like bone on bone in the socket. And, you know, it's not a fun thing to think about chronic pain for the next 40 years of your life. And he's already said, you know, obviously Jack has had the hip replacement. He's you know, recovering, and the change to his quality in life has been night and day. And already before the show even happened, you know, people have been so incredibly generous to you know, donate to him, directly to him. We're not. This isn't through any third-party application. There isn't any handling fees. This is all going directly to Jack.
I say you have a Venmo on the one post here,
Yes.
so that's how we're handling this.
Yeah, all directly to Jack. There's no handling fees. There's no everything that you donate. And by the way, the show this Sunday is a free show. There are no tickets. Okay.
Okay.
This is. We have asked for a recommended donation of $20, but we understand, like, we know what the world is like today.
Yeah.
We know what things are like. Pay what you can.
Yeah.
And if you can't pay, come and support.
And we'll be streaming it live
course,
on
absolutely.
every platform that we have available, of course.
And you know, hopefully we can throw the QR code up on the stream.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know,
absolutely.
But as we were talking, you know, I don't think Jack realized how many people were interested in being a part of this. I think he, I may be speaking a little bit too much. I thought he thought that this would basically be sort of a bonus to a Thursday Night Fights. And then we started to realize how many people not only were willing to donate their time and their, you know, donate their talents, but how many wrestlers were willing to donate things to auction off and to raffle off. And I'll tell you what, I guess this maybe is a Wrestling Mayhem show exclusive. I can tell you some of the things that we've had donated that are going to go up for silent auction this Sunday at the warehouse, 829?
Yeah, 829 Industry Street. I listen to that every week.
Thank you.
Yes.
829 Industry Street. That is obviously the venue of 880 Wrestling, their venue and their school, which thank you to MV Young, 880 Wrestling, and the entire crew up there for the generous donation of the space. But here are some things that will be auctioned off as part of a silent auction. We have, from our friend Thea Hale at NXT, a ring-worn Chase U t-shirt. So some ring-worn gear from Thea Hale that will be auctioned off.
Mad Mike giving the sign, of
Chase
course.
U.
There you go.
Chase U.
Chase U.
There you go.
There you go.
Lee Moriarty has been generous enough to donate a print of one of his pieces of art. With a signed certificate of authenticity. It's a 1 out of 100 print. That is going to be auctioned off. It's a beautiful piece of art. Lee has shown you some of the things, some of the work he's been doing that's been Lucha inspired. Some of the work the light went off. I'm okay.
Okay.
We also have a. Sorry, where are you going?
Fix the light.
Okay. We also have a AEW TNT replica signed by Wardlow. So we have, and it's a beautiful, like it is one of the heavy duty replicas. Mm-hmm. This thing's like 10 pounds. Wow. But former TNT champion Wardlow has decided to
current American Gladiator. I was just watching
Fang,
one of
American
his today.
Gladiator Fang.
I
mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. We also have, you know, we've had some donations of merchandise from other people. We've had some. We'll have signed pictures, signed trading cards, T-shirts, action figures. Some of the more high ticket items are going to be a silent auction. The other things will be raffled off. You know, typical. You know, buck for one, 5 for 3, an arm length for 10, something like that. We'll figure something out to auction off a lot of that stuff. And in addition, some matches that either matches that we thought that we'd never see or that we'd never see again. Including the main event match, the King of Pittsburgh, MV Young, going 1-on-1 with Agent Zero, big time Bill Collier.
Nice.
So we also have, possibly for the last time, TME versus Money Shot, one of the best tag team feuds in Pittsburgh wrestling history. We're going to run it back one more time. John McChesney versus Edric Everhart, first time ever contest. We have the half a case of Bud Light. I tell you what, whenever that Bud Light Battle Royal goes on will depend on how much of the case is left.
It's a half a case of Bud Light Battle Royal. Is that what it is?
The winner will have whatever is left of the case of Bud Light. We've got Andrew Palace versus Marco Narciso, which I believe is another first-time ever contest. Two of the best hair in Pittsburgh might be on.
Half-drank case of Bud Light Rumble. I want to make sure I get that right.
Yes, it is. Well, again, depending on when it is in the show, it might be a little more than half-drank, but, Jack Pollock has never been, stingy about sharing his Bud Light.
No, absolutely not.
And, in the match for, sponsored by AARP, Jack has convinced me to humiliate myself one final time and get in the ring against one of my all-time great opponents, one of my, my former boss, and one of my best friends, Brandon Kay.
There you go.
So... one more time, and then this is it. Okay, when I retired a couple of months ago, I did it fully intending to never wrestle again. I fully intended to let the next generation take the ball and run with it. Go ahead.
I think that there is room for charity show comebacks. I think there's a retirement clause for charity show comebacks.
I mean,
I've seen it plenty of times.
I mean, there have been plenty of times where it's like, oh God, he's still alive. And I hope I don't get to that point.
I mean, eventually, right?
Sure. But at the very least for this one, for Jack, it would be an honor. And I was very, very, very content with my final match with Marco. Marco is somebody who I had, a hand in his development and his training, and he's really made me so proud and has developed into an incredible talent. So I was very much at peace with that being my last one. But when it was like, it's Brandon Kay, I'm like, 20 years in the making. Let's do it one more time. Why not?
There you go.
So, we got to do what we got to do. And again, this is all for Jack. For all the fans who have been entertained, for all the fans who have, whether you were cheering for him or cheering for him to get killed, whatever the letters were on the marquee, whoever was, in management, Jack Pollock always gave you 100%, never mailed it in. And, will go down as one of the absolute best wrestlers in Pittsburgh wrestling history, and let's do what we can to make sure that to take the steps to give him a better quality of life. It doesn't put him in any kind of financial hardship or bind, if at all possible.
That's good. We do have. I would be remiss if I didn't mention T-Pop's mentioned in there that you do have to mention. I think contractually that Leaders by Example will be represented there as well.
Yes, we
you
have.
Have to, Sorg.
Riz may be part of that troop too. So
is Riz a Italian by example? So
I mean, I am Italian.
But are you an Italian by example? So
are you an example of an Italian?
Are you? Yes.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'm just told I'm leader because I bought a shirt.
But yes, Gianni Michael Enrico, Cristiano Argento, Clayton King, and some Some guy named John.
Yeah.
He is some guy named John.
That came with the 880 contract, I'm sure. There's a lot of wheeling and dealing going on over there.
He's some guy named John. That's all. I mean, like, can I say, like, okay, that's good for if you don't get the lower third to Sorg by bell time, and he has to improv and just write some guy named John. That's fine, right? You know, I understand that. You know,
we've made some calls. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an executive decision.
Yeah.
What is this, like 3 years? Like has he talked to you since then, or are we just...
I think at my own show he had some words about it. Yes.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, at the 20-year anniversary, I think we had some words, and you saw how that ended. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. He got ran off by a behavioral therapist at the last one. Do you want to borrow him by chance?
Who? Some guy named John?
No, the behavioral therapist from my podcast. Maybe he'll help you with that.
God, I mean, pro wrestling probably needs a couple behavioral therapists.
Yeah, that's true. Too.
You know, here's the thing: I don't want to drive the poor person out of the business. So, you know, put him on retainer. We'll check on that later.
Sounds good. We'll work on that too. So, but either way, so that's going to be again this Sunday, June 14th, I believe.
Yes,
if I got that right, and that's going to be 3 p.m. at the
matinee
Warehouse.
show. No, but nobody has to miss work the next day. Nobody has to miss anything. Again, no tickets. First come, first serve. I will say this: if you are in the Pittsburgh area, parking is very limited in Allentown. Please consider a ride share or public transit of some kind.
Yes.
Otherwise, you know, try and get there early. And, you know, again, it's $880, so chairs are at a premium. If you're somebody who needs to sit down, consider bringing a lawn chair. Consider bringing a
there is definitely the lawn chair row that happens in there. So,
but you know, we'll make it work. We'll make it work for everybody.
Absolutely, it's a fun venue for that, and it's good to see some different talent in that venue, in that environment, to see how that goes too. And again, Jack was a big part of, you know, certainly the new Ken days of 880 wrestling. You had a classic match with him, a dog collar match, which actually I think we're going to be reposting on Facebook this week.
Oh my goodness!
As part of this,
one of my all-time best matches.
Yep, and it's one of my videographer's all-time nightmare matches. Yes.
Yes,
the smell of blood made her sick that night.
I've heard some people said that the entire building smelled like pennies.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah.
Oof.
So, but holy hell. So
yeah.
But you can check that out. That's all on YouTube. For you just look up Jack Pollock. We do have a Jack Pollock playlist over there as well, and there's plenty of other shows he's a part of that we have posted from past promotions. You know, even going all the way back to early days of RWA, where he was
the human element.
I don't know. I saw the social media, or the next social media icon. Maybe was that what it was?
Oh, I mean
Trending topic.
Next trending topic. That's right. Thank you, Riz.
Next trending topic. Yeah,
There you
that
go.
was some PWX era stuff, if I remember correctly.
I might have to. And again, one more time, how to donate, because somebody's asking for the chat room. We'll have a post on there, but if you go look up Chris's post over on,
I'm on Instagram, Facebook.
Yes,
and there's also, if you look up Jack Pollock on Facebook, there you go. J Paul's. It's J Paul's Beard at J Paul's Beard on Venmo.
Yep.
The QR code is currently on the screen, but if you missed that, it'll be available on social media, and we are also going to have it, you know, little posters around the venue. So when you come in, if you feel like donating, and again, all proceeds. I want to make sure all proceeds from the raffles and from the silent auction. All of it goes directly to Jack. All of these items have been donated. The generous, you know, and I should give a big special thank you to Thea Hale, to Lee Moriarty, to Wardlow. I believe we're also going to have a TNA raffle basket possibly as well. So
nice.
Agent Zero, Bill Collier. Thank you so much. These people on the national level really went above and beyond the Call of Duty as far as donating some really one-of-a-kind merchandise, ring-worn merchandise, title belts, original works of art. It's just been these guys have been so generous, and we cannot thank them enough.
And I think I might have some old Team Storm DVDs. If I find them in the back there, those will be we'll throw them in your baskets too, if you'd like.
Absolutely.
So for this weekend. So because I know we did a nice collection for them back in the day, and I think we still have a few of them left. So anyways, Lost T-Pop didn't buy all the copies, but I'm pretty sure I see some back there. All right. Hey, and again, that's going to be a reminder. That will be on IndyWrestling.us's YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitch page. Hell, we may even throw it in Instagram for the hell of it.
Please do.
And of course, IndyWrestling.live. All that stuff will be free for everybody to go check that out, support it, see some great wrestling. It's a great homage to some history of wrestling. It's going to be some great people that we have not seen in this environment or even on IndyWrestling.us for a while for one reason or another, booking wise. So that's going to be really, really cool. So,
Sorg, one thing: be ready to hit the mute button when Brandon K comes to the ring.
Oh yeah.
We have had some issues in the past.
Yeah.
Apparently, of the songs that make YouTube have a seizure.
Yeah, that might be a problem. So
that's one.
Maybe watch it on IndyWrestling.live to make sure it doesn't go down when the Brandon Cave comes on.
Just maybe just turn down to or we'll tell. We'll tell Lawless and Toddy and Ty Cross just talk over it. Just keep talking. Don't stop talking over that music.
We'll have of course I will not be there. I will be in again.
Thank you, Missy Sorg.
Yeah, Missy's going to be on it. Our wonderful trainee D is going to be helping out with the graphics and sound that night too. So I'm excited to. She gets to experience some different wrestling.
Thank you very much to the 880 crew. Thank you very much to the referees, everybody who has donated their time, whether it's support crew, commentary. Sean Collier, thank you very much for your generous admon. Thank you very much. If I'm forgetting somebody, please forgive me.
And we've asked our video crews, of course, to donate their time as well. So for a great show. So looking for that. And I didn't check here this afternoon. I think we do have a full complement. Last I saw of people from our team actually helping out for the show.
Fantastic.
So,
I mean, thank you all so much. And
Excellent.
Jack Pollock sends his love as well.
Excellent. So, hey, let's go to a break real quick, and then we'll come back, and we're going to see what Danhausen's doing in New York City this past week and talk about that for a moment. We'll be right back after this.
In business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Ooh, burpee. We are back, Wrestling Mayhem show. The Riz in here, the very Italian Riz.
I hope that got caught.
Riz by example.
I hope that got caught on air when you just said it. Oops, burpee.
I was going to edit out in post, but now I can't. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Live podcast.
That's the title now.
You'd be amazed, man. When we're pre-taping, I don't muscle through things and have to restart, and then we just roll with it on these shows. Anyways, and Mad Mike is here, of course, and of course,
Riz needs to learn how to do this if he's going to be.
I know how to do this. I've been born into
it. He said I was born this way.
Not enough hand movement, Riz.
No, that's not fair.
Afanopoly.
That's not fair. You are also like New Yorkian too. So like
New Yorkian.
You're also walking there. So
New
you're walking
Yorkian.
Yeah, New Yorkian.
New Yorkian.
New Yorker, I believe, is the. I mean, New York.
Yorkite. No, that's not gonna work.
Yankee.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That might be. That's anything.
I've been known to be a Yankee.
Known to be, and of course the legendary Chris LeRusso.
How's it going?
With us here? So I wanted to talk about Danhausen because one like.
Do we have to?
Do we have to? do we have to?
For all the New Yorkies out there.
For all the New Yorkians out there.
Can I just say before we get started, for somebody who, from knowing, I'm pretty sure everybody currently on the podcast, remembers Donovan Danhausen.
He was on our show, yes, as Donovan Danhausen.
Donovan Danhausen, to now being one of the most famous figures, not in just professional wrestling, in professional sports and entertainment.
Yes. On ESPN.
This man.
With Stephen A. Smith.
I have never seen a stock rise so meteorically. I mean, even when he was with AEW, what was he do? I mean, he'd come out every once in a while.
Nothing.
They'd pull him out of the ring and he'd curse somebody.
They pulled him out from under the ring a couple times. That was basically
he was always very entertaining, and especially when he finally found it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, we're just waiting.
He was always the longest lines anytime that he was at a show.
Boom, boom, boom,
done a
boom,
couple
boom,
with
boom,
him.
And then just right before the NBA finals, the NBA playoffs.
First team.
Well, do you know the official like the timeline of how this has occurred?
I mean, I'm vaguely aware of it. I mean,
okay, all right. So I
fill us in.
I broke this down to my students.
Okay.
Wait, I have a lot of students that are
You're talking Danhausen in your chemistry class in high
school.
Oh
yeah, no, absolutely.
Let's clear that up.
1,000,000%.
Okay.
So basically, Danhausen was on like ESPN First Take or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he got into it with Stephen A. Smith because they're supposedly planning something for SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, whatever. No one cares. No one likes Stephen A. Smith, and it's a nothing story.
Mm-hmm.
And Danhausen said, "Oh, well, you like the Knicks, right? So the Knicks are cursed because the Knicks had just won, I think, Game 1 against the Atlanta Hawks.
The Hawks series was I remember.
They just won. Like Stephen A. Smith was happy that the Knicks were 1-0 against the Hawks and everything. The Knicks lost the next 2 games, and by a lot. So then Stephen A. Smith had Danhausen back on and apologized and said, please uncurse my Knicks. And he did so after receiving many human monies. And then the Knicks went on a 13-0 run.
Swept
in the playoffs.
Swept the Sixers. Swept the Cavs.
Yeah.
And so and cleaned up the from there on they didn't lose to the Hawks again. Finished off the Hawks, swept the Sixers, swept the Cavs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, until last night, the Knicks had not lost since April, which is insane because it's June. But so like they had Danhausen at MSG for Game 1 of I think it was Game 1 or Game 2 of the Cavaliers series to promote Saturday night's main event, and there he got the jersey and everything like that. But he was on the sports shows earlier, and of course, Danhausen's feuding with The Miz. So he incorporated, he's like, well, you know who The Miz likes. The Miz likes the Cavaliers. So the Cavaliers, you are cursed. And then that night, the Knicks came back from a historic 22-point deficit with like 7 minutes to go to crush the dreams of Cleveland. And now Danhausen has 3, count them, 3 New York Knicks themed shirts. And he has signed championships for the Knicks saying that they are uncursed. It is insanity. He's making so much money off of this.
All I can say is this better end well for the Knicks?
Yeah, seriously.
Because if it doesn't, I fear for Danhausen's like Knicks fans are, and I know this is a wrestling podcast, but we're going to go into some general sports talk. Knicks fans are unhealthy on a level that really cannot be explained because they've been abused for so many years. I mean, look, I'm wearing a Pirates jersey. We had 20 years of absolute misery and torment, but we never got as dark as Knicks fans got as far as their psychosis. I mean, there's people who think that if the Knicks, in a way, thank God that they lost one game, which means that if they win the championship, they may not win it in New York City.
Oh, I don't think they're going to.
They may win it in San Antonio, which might be the only thing that spares the city of New York from being burnt to the ground. Because if they swept the Spurs and game 4, the game was on Wednesday, tomorrow night, if that was to win the NBA championship at Madison Square Garden, I mean, people would have died. People would have died that night. So, and
they would have all gone down with everybody wearing these Danhausen masks.
I'm telling you, if the Knicks win, he's going to be on the parade float.
You better be. So
he may have his own float.
So not only is he one of the top 3 sellers WrestleMania weekend of WWE merchandise, he now has, because Fanatics now sells merch for everything sports. There was a Knicks hat mask combo with Danhausen that they were selling. So Knickshausen, as if you will.
Knickshausen. So
yes.
I mean, one of the things that's always so interesting when you see somebody who somebody who has been I mean, obviously, Sorg, you've had some pretty big names on this couch. Some people who've gone on to do some pretty big things, and
some people donating to your cause on Friday
or
absolutely.
Sunday. And so when you see them, do well, you're always kind of like, oh man, do you remember when we were at that fucking indie show and whatever? I'm pretty sure Danhausen and Pretty Boy Smooth had a no-ring match in a bar. Where Danhausen was screaming about spicy water.
Yes,
and
yes. Everybody's the clip of him doing the tequila dance in the Rumble and the Steve Hausen stunners in Erie one time has been resurfaced. Let's say.
So, again, from there, and then some stuff happened, and now he's going to be possibly the force responsible for the New York Knicks becoming NBA champions.
I might get a replica championship ring.
Do you understand where it's like there is a direct line, maybe a circuitous one, but a direct line from the Wrestling Mayhem show?
6 degrees of Sorg.
I mean, we've had Mayhem bumps before, but
is that ridiculous? I mean, it
took a while. It took a while.
It took a minute, but boy, that thing picked up some interest.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
I mean, and it's just like I always, I to see, like Thea and Wardlow and Lee and so many other, Spencer and Pretty Boy Smooth and all these people, and then even some people who maybe weren't directly students of mine, but I've been on shows with Danhausen. I've seen what some people who have gone on to become world champions or become major. It's like, this is different, though. This is crossed over from professional wrestling through sports, through pop culture. He's going to become one of the biggest pop culture figures. If the Knicks, if the Knicks win the NBA championship, there's no telling. You don't think that some baseball teams, you don't think that the Yankees will be like, hey, Danhausen, why don't you come on? You don't think that other teams are going to invite him to training camp, to to the first game. I think it's a rematch from the Super Bowl. Is going to be Seahawks and Patriots. I think is a week 1 game. You don't think he's going to be at that? You don't think he's going to be at the Super Bowl? You don't think he could be at the Oscars? You don't think he could become this weird good luck charm in pop culture?
When Vince McMahon was
there's already an update to this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
A Golden Knights fan, paid Danhausen human monies to curse the Hurricane
on Cameo. Yeah,
on Cameo. And
yes,
they played it
on there.
They played it in the arena right after his right with his Tron, and the Hurricanes lost that game.
Okay. I don't want.
I want to know. So if you're on audio, Chris is wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates jersey.
I don't think I have enough human. I don't have enough human monies to make this happen.
I mean, so he's got some sports.
Well, Johnny Gargano got uncursed for $20. Who knows?
That's true.
Here's what I'll say.
I think that rate's come up.
I don't want to cross over into any touchy subjects. Okay. But do you think that if the polls get low enough that Trump calls Danhausen
no way
to come to the
because Monday showed that the curse of the Danhausen is way stronger than the uncursed.
But no, you don't think he'll be like, Danhausen, if you could possibly come by, I've always been a huge fan. I love what you do, love the makeup, love it, love what you're doing. You come down to the White House. We have the human monies that we've embezzled from the January 6th fund. We no longer need that. You come in. All those human monies will be yours. Just uncurse me. Absolutely. This goes much.
I see. Danhausen always wait till the check clears, though.
Yeah,
that's gonna be.
Then he'll never. Then he'll never do anything for Trump.
That's gonna be the sticking point with that.
Yeah. You know what? Chris LeRusso doing a Dawn impression on my podcast was not on my bingo card for tonight, but thank you for that. So we'll see how that develops. Either way, good for...
I have a feeling this is going to get me in trouble.
Good for Donovan. Oh, not until I put it on TikTok.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. We'll put it up after your show this weekend when you retire. So no problem. Either way, guys, thank you. Hey, thank you so much to our friends at Slice on Broadway feeding us, feeding our guests here. Make sure you grab a slice on your way out the door. I know you came in quick here, Chris.
Thank you.
Friends, New York City style, Yins are made. Beach Street, Carnegie, East End, North Hills. I don't even know how many restaurants they have. They have like an Italian restaurant in Carnegie. I still need to go check out and everything. So go. Thank you them for God. I think we're going on 2 decades here soon of them supporting the show. SliceOnBroadway.com. T-Pop says we're going to need a Danhausen blimp flying around the parade if they win. Absolutely. So with that, hey guys, what did you learn from wrestling this week? Other than the power of the curse, apparently.
I'll start us off while everyone's thinking. I learned that we're really close to what I've wanted for several years now. Dominic Mysterio advanced in his first round match at the King of the Ring. Granted, Monday seems like a tall task against Obafemi. However, given that apparently it's okay to give Obafemi losses, especially when he's 1-1 with a certain person that must not be named, I have hope that we may be on the cusp of a Rey Mysterio that we can be proud of. I think we might get there. I truly think that the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring is going to be just the Judgment Day. It's going to be Finn versus Dom. It's going to be Liv versus Raquel.
And wouldn't that be interesting?
I think it would be fat. As much as I wanted a Queen Chelsea, just because who the fuck in the right minds wouldn't want that?
Oh my god, it'd be great.
Liv versus Raquel in the finals would actually be really, really fascinating. And we could. I saw someone show an image from Batista turning on Evolution, and you could have the same thing with Raquel, with Liv, and with Dom.
Interesting.
It could be interesting.
I learned this week that as shitty as the wrestling business can be, and it can be very shitty, I don't think the people in it are. Sometimes I think the business makes people act shitty, but there's a lot of really, really, really good people. And whether that be promoters, whether that be wrestlers, managers, referees, there are so many people who at their core are willing to give to help one of their brethren. And I'd say that, I knew that at one point, but this last week and seeing everything getting ready for Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip, it's reaffirmed it to me. It's reaffirmed my faith in the business. And, I understand when people get frustrated with business. Trust me, I have plenty of times, but there's still some really good people in it. There's still a lot of really good people in this art form, and when push comes to shove, they got your back.
Excellent. T-Pop's in the chat room. He says, I learned that Rey Mysterio thought Walking Wild was spraying his own hair with mace on AAA TV this week. Yeah,
that's not Rey Mysterio.
What's that? That's not.
Rey
That's right.
Mysterio.
The Lucha Underground. That's not Rey Mysterio. That's right.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. I know.
Rey.
Yeah. I know. He's still in a dungeon.
We're gonna have a real Rey Mysterio in a couple weeks, hopefully.
Okay. Interesting. Also, and I'll go off that for what I learned. I learned that I'm amazed at how many people from my first independent wrestling show in Pittsburgh are in AAA right now. And
weird.
Walking Wild.
Some of them with championships.
Some of them have championships. Walking Wild, doing the old spray paint. Or not spray paint, but hairspray gimmick, and even complete with the photographer spot that Chris Maverick used to do a couple weeks ago, is pretty tremendous. It's going with partly the old Shima Zion Filipino supermodel, partially
Filipino flex
machine, yes. Partially
we can just get an air horn in there somehow.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit of that DJ Z vibe going on too. I think that's what most people think it like, because that's what they're aware of, right? Was DJ Zima Ion from TNA.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we all and I know he put a post up and says, "Hey, this finally feels natural again," kind of thing to do his old thing with that audience, and also. Viking Raiders are the old Ray Rowe AAA tag team champion.
I'm still scouting for a tag team partner.
There you go, Chris. Listen, Chris. There's an old lore on this show.
Okay.
That Mad Mike is owed a title shot by Ray Rowe, and now he has a tag belt.
God help you.
How do you feel about coming out of or making a Mexican debut? Retirements don't count down there.
I got a kid on the way. No, thank you.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's an old buddy Ray Rowe. I mean,
You know what? I got suplexed by him once. That was enough.
Oh yeah.
I got a lifetime's worth of Ray Rowe suplexes in one night.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So, sorry, Mike. I'm trying to hook you up here.
Okay, I'm still in the interview process.
There you go. I'd love to. That's a video I want to see. Cutting room floor. T-Pop always says, I also learned that we all need to be celebrating Jack Pollock Week by watching Jack Pollock moments, donating directly to him, and going to the show this Sunday.
Amen.
There you go.
Amen.
Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip will be this. I'm doing the closing plugs, but I'm just going to say it as much as possible so everybody knows about it. Riz, what did you learn this week?
I learned that I can get entertained by a best of 25 count match in professional wrestling.
Is that your mystery wrestling for this week?
That's my mystery wrestling for this week. Between Cecil Nix and Johnny Mystery, aka Johnny Mundo, aka Johnny TV, whatever you
We'll
want
be
to
here
call
all night if you go through all the names.
Yeah, I'm going to go just list them all.
Yeah.
But it is one of the weirdest matches I've seen.
And then you watch a lot of mystery wrestling too. I also understand that you saw your first Terra Zep match because I get a message. It was like, I think I think Fassad's wife is on this show. I get Sunday afternoon. And I'm
why'd you whisper it like that? It was
because I didn't whisper anything.
Because in my head, that's how Riz's texts sound like.
That's how I talk, anyways.
It's how he talks. Unless he's, I don't know. He all caps my.
Fassad's wife is on this show. What the hell? What the hell was that?
I didn't sound like that.
In my head, in the state I was on Sunday, that's exactly how it played in my head.
State were you in, Sword?
Phenomenal.
Amazingly Pennsylvania for a change.
Oh.
So, anyways, and just making sure there's nothing over there. I think everybody's gone. Hey, second thing I learned, New Orleans should tell WWE to fuck off right now.
Yeah, that's.
Have you seen that? Anyways,
what was that?
I don't know. So
no. The thing you said, Sorg. I haven't heard that.
no, New Orleans
guys. I got to bounce. So, Jack Pollux, I got a new hip. Thank you, Wrestling Mayhem Show. Love you all. Bye bye.
All right, Chris LeRusso, ladies and gentlemen. We got an Uber coming. All right, thank you so much. Money in the Bank got moved yet again to October.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah.
Got dissed for WrestleMania. Got a Money in the Bank in September. Tina pointed this out because they announced the Sunday's main event show that weekend, and allegedly they were going to be that Saturday, and then they have moved, announced the same night, I believe, that they have moved that show for New Orleans Money in the Bank to October. What's that?
Indianapolis got like all of those pay-per-views, and then it didn't happen.
Well, they got one, and they have a deal for it. They didn't say how soon it was going to be.
They were supposed to get WrestleMania.
Yeah, no. They have a future WrestleMania.
Yeah, and that can be like 5 years from now.
Future
still.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's they got a Rumble.
My fingers are getting tired by doing air quotes right now.
There you go.
Future WrestleMania.
Wearing those air quotes out. Yes. Either way, we'll see. So I don't know. That just seemed like the shittiest thing to do, New Orleans. I would feel so shunned right now by WWE. Whoop, there you go. That's I don't know. I just had to stick that out there because that's just.
I hope the Smoother lets him hear it. Because that's the Smoother.
That is the Smoother, absolutely.
The Smoother. If you don't know what the Smoother is, that's Wrestling Mayhem Show lore.
As Tina stated, she learned that Nola has been hosed this year, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how that develops. If there's anything else from that, not expecting anything in Pittsburgh anytime soon. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens in.
What in Allentown?
Huh? What's that?
Go to Allentown.
We can go to Allentown.
I was gonna say there's a few Allentown shows. I was looking to see like. I thought that was odd.
Allentown's the other end of the state, though. I keep going to the Chris shot. Anyways, either way, Riz, thank you for being here and being Italian. And there you go. And then Mad Mike, thank you for being here and being New Yorkian.
Nixon 5000.
Nixon 5000. There you go. We'll be on the road next week, so it's going to be another no guests on the road kind of thing in some manner. Missy will be producing. Also, please check out Thursday Night Fights and Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip. That will be live streaming all free all over the IndyWrestling.us platforms. Hell, I might even throw it on the Mayhem Show for the hell of it. And also, Missy will be doing production over there. So give her some love if you see her out there at the show. I will be in Rochester, New York, so I'm looking for recommendations for a good garbage plate or any of the other local cuisine. All I know of is the garbage plate up there. I'll be there through the weekend and then heading out to Middle Michigan for the Michigan Speedway for another event with our friends at Baja and Formula SAE. And maybe with a stop through Niagara Falls. And as usual, I will be paying homage to the former WWE Niagara Falls location that I think now is a Walgreens or something. So there's that. And follow at Sorgatron for all the travels and interesting things that might be popping up there, or even just a lot of Masters of the Universe content, because that's what's got me going right now. So thank you for that. IndyWrestling.us, IndyWrestling.network. Top Rope Tabletop has a new date for early July. Please go check out their page for that. And we'll be updating the calendar soon with all those updates for that. A lot of stuff going on over there. Check out the Jack Pollock matches. And until next time, Mayhem out.
Just just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.